Hello and welcome to Agritourism Success. Today we're going to talk about how to price your agritourism activities for profit. Now, just to give you a background, I am the founder of this website, Agritourism Success. Myself, I run a agritourism business in my durian farm. So if you're interested in bringing visitors from all over the world to your farm, or if you want to earn an extra income in your small farm to supplement your existing income, then do check out my website and go and download these free ebooks. One is how I turned my farm into a global agritourism destination. I have people from all over the world coming to my farm, and I'd like to share all this with you. So today we're going to talk about how to price your agritourism activities for profit. So first of all, we want to understand why pricing matters in agritourism. Now, many new agritourism farmers fall into the same trap. They attract plenty of visitors but barely make any profits. Why? Because their prices don't reflect the true value of what they offer. So imagine you spend months preparing your farm, cleaning up the field, setting up picnic spots. You have education, you go through many websites, you even attend seminars and stuff. Everything is ready. Then you realize that after expenses, you only make $2 per person. It's disheartening, right? So pricing isn't just about covering your costs. It's about telling your visitors this is the value of the experience you are getting. You have to understand that when people visit your farm, they're not just buying a ticket. They're actually buying a peaceful break from the city, the smell of fresh soil and homegrown produce, a chance for the kids to touch a real animal, real goat, feed a chicken, or pick their own strawberries. And in my farm, I let people touch the ducks, the chicken, and even watch the goose. So these are precious memories, and they deserve a price that respects your effort, time, and your story. So our goal is very simple: to price confidently and profitably so your agritourism business can grow and not struggle. Now, before you price your offerings, your services, your products, you must know your true costs. You have to know exactly how much it costs to run your activity. Otherwise, you might be having a lot of visitors coming but losing money without really realizing it. Think of your pricing as building a strong foundation. If your costs aren't clear, your whole pricing strategy will collapse later. So let's break this down. First of all, you have fixed costs here. These are costs that you pay even if nobody visits your farm. It can be farm insurance and licenses, land rent or property tax, salaries, which are very important, or helpers' wages, because as you grow in your agritourism business, you might not be able to do it alone. You need to hire people, maintenance of facilities, and one of the important things are marketing expenses, which even if you don't buy ads online from Facebook, Instagram, or Google, the cost of putting your business, your agritourism business, on a website costs money. If you do traditional marketing like flyers and advertisements or radio or newspaper, it's going to cost you money. And of course, online ads like Facebook ads and so on. And then we have variable costs. This will depend on the number of visitors. So one of them can be ingredients or materials used in your workshop. If you're offering workshop in your agritourism business, it could be cleaning supplies. Sometimes visitors will dirty a place, and it will cost you staff and even time and cleaning materials to clean up a place. Snacks or drinks you serve, and of course electricity and water usage. And of course there are also hidden costs which are often forgotten. Your own time and labor. As a business owner, you might not be paying yourself, but you have to factor it into consideration. Let's say if your workers are getting paid $8 or $10 an hour or $15 an hour. You have to factor in your time and labor, right? At least pay yourself a bit. And then you have fuel for farm vehicles. This is especially important if you are running rides like hay rides, tractor rides, and so on, or wagon rides. In my durian farm, I run a 4-wheel drive adventure, so all this you have to factor in. Although it doesn't cost a lot, you have to factor it into the pricing. And then wear and tear on equipment. Maybe you don't need to change it every month, but every 3-4 months you might need to service your car, and every year you might need to change equipment or service equipment. And then there are hidden costs such as admin tasks like answering messages and bookings and so on, if you are using an app or so on. So let's say you run a farm animal feeding experience that costs $150 per day to prepare, which includes feed, staff, setup, cleanup. Okay, a small farm animal feeding experience. If you can host 30 visitors per session or per day, your break-even price is $150 divided by 30, which is $5 per visitor. Now, you need to add your profit margin, say 40%. The higher, the better. So, your selling price should be 7 per person minimum. If possible, make it 10. And if you charge only 5, you're just working for free, right? But if you charge 7 to 8 or even 10 or 12, and create a great experience, you start building a sustainable, profitable business. Now, the third thing that you need to know is to know your market and visitor profile. So this is your target market. So my target market, let me tell you a bit about my experience. Not all visitors are the same, and my business is about people coming to eat durians, but there are thousands, there are a lot of people that want to eat durians. Now, I cannot target every single person of them, because there are some people who just want cheap durians. They come, they eat, and they leave. But my farm, I have to target people who want to experience a real durian farm. That means they are willing to go into a hot durian farm. They are willing to ride a 4-wheel drive adventure. They are willing to walk around the farm and then only do a durian tasting. So these are my target market, not somebody who just wants to come and eat. So not all visitors are the same, and the right price depends on who you're serving and what they value most. So you ask yourself, who are your main visitors? Are your visitors families with children? Are they young couples, tour groups, school trips? So if your target visitors are this group, maybe you might need to charge lower, but you're gonna do big volume. For example, if you can cater to school groups, and every day you have 2 or 3 buses of school children coming, you may not necessarily be able to charge $70 to $80 per person, but your charge is maybe $10 to $20 per person. But the good side is if 2 or 3 busloads of children come, yeah, the volume more than makes up for the slightly lower pricing. And you have to ask yourself, what do they expect when visiting your farm? Are people there for fun, education, relaxation, Instagram-worthy photos? How much are they willing to spend for the experience? For example, if you are offering a class on how to cook from farm to table, well, it might not be as cheap as $20. You could charge a person up to $80 to $100 per person for the experience, for the education, because it's going to be hands-on. You're going to be spending a few hours with them, or you're going to teach people how to make a sourdough bread experience at a farm setting, right, in a wood fire oven, while having a relaxing time at your farm, taking natural farm to table experience. You could charge anywhere between $100 to $200 per person for a half a day course. Right? So when you understand your audience, you can design experiences that match their expectations and price accordingly. So, for example, families might love kids feed the animal experience, which may cost 15 to 20 per person. It's short, fun, and affordable. Couples might enjoy a sunset picnic at the farm for $60 to $80 per couple, right? Because it's exclusive or romantic. And corporate groups who want to book a farm team building day, you can charge anywhere between 50 to 100 per person because it's customized education and include lunch. So that is based on the experience that you are providing, what tier it is. Now, it's also smart to look at what similar agritourism farm charge in your region. Don't copy them, but use their prices as a reference point. You have to always ask yourself, do I offer more value, a better experience, or a unique story? So if the answer is yes, then your price can and should be priced higher, right? Now, the fourth thing to take note is you must base your price on what you can deliver. So here's the truth: you're not just selling tickets; you're selling experiences. When people come to your farm, they're not comparing you to a supermarket or a theme park. They're comparing how your farm makes them feel. It could be the joy of holding a baby goat, smell of freshly baked bread, or the pride of harvesting their own vegetables. There's emotional connection, which is what gives your agritourism activity value. So that is why you shouldn't price based on cost alone, but you must price it based on value. So what is it that increases perceived value? Personal touch. Well, if you are the owner of the farm and you give small group tours, give a friendly hosting experience and great storytelling, well, it can increase the perceived value. It could be uniqueness, it could be rare crops, or you incorporate local traditions or authentic village life into the experience. Then it will have a higher perceived value. Or you could have added experience like food tasting, a local gift or a souvenir photo. Then it will increase the perceived value. And if your farm has beautiful landscape, photo opportunities, or sunset, is going to increase the perceived value as well. So one of the ways that I increase perceived value when I bring people to my farm is that I let them plant a tree, a durian tree. And this in itself can increase the value, a perception of value, that hey, he's not only bringing me on the farm tour, but it allows me to plant a durian tree, and it increases the value tremendously. And not only that, it's a very good marketing, because people, when they plant a tree, they tend to post it on social media, their Facebook or Instagram. So it has tremendous value for them and for me as well. Now, let me give you an example. There are two farms, both offering a fruit picking experience. Like Farm A charges $15 for picking fruits and then leaf, but Farm B charges $25, which includes a short guide, the tour, tasting session, and a small basket to take home. So you can see the different pricing, why it is 15, why it's 25. Now, which one do visitors remember and share online? Well, most likely Farm B. That's the power of value-based pricing. So the simple rule is this: your visitors should always feel they receive more value than what they paid for. Now, one great tip that you can take is you should offer tiered pricing options. Now, the first reason is that not every visitor has the same budget, and that's okay. And you can offer different tiered pricing because it allows you to serve different customer types while maximizing your total income. Now, let's look at tiers. You can separate it into basic, standard, premium. For example, basic could be, if you're running a strawberry farm, it could be self-guided strawberry picking, which includes a small basket. The price is $15 per person. Or you can have a standard tier, guided tour, picking, juice tasting, and you can charge them $30. Or you could have a premium experience, which includes guided tour, juice tasting, lunch at farm, cafe, souvenir photo, and you can charge them $65. Now, I have seen people go to coffee farms in Hawaii where they charge anywhere between $60 to $70 per person, right? From what I saw, right, on their website, and that works. Now, here is most likely what will happen. Most people will choose the middle option, right? Some will choose the basic. It's an easy entry point. Some might not want the most premium, and many people will go for the standard one because of the perceived value, and it's because it's not so expensive. Now, some people will go for the premium one because they want something special. Now, here's a tip: always design your middle package to be the most appealing, because that's usually where the sweet spot lies. Now, number 6, how do you price, is you want to add on experiences and upsells. Here's another secret of successful agritourism farms. They don't stop selling after the ticket is sold. You can add ons, you can have upsells when your visitors are there. For example, you can offer fresh farm juice or snack for another $5. For myself, sometimes people come for durians. I give them free water. I might ask them, do you want coconut water? And we charge an additional for each coconut open. So that's my way of upselling it. You could also have souvenir pack, local honey, jam, or soap for an extra 10 to 15. You could also do a workshop and charge them a bit higher for that. Or you could also do a family photo package or sunset picnic setup for couples, and you can charge them more. So usually when visitors come to your farm, they are already in a very good mood, surrounded by nature. They want to bring something home to remember that day. So you can offer them a souvenir, or train your staff to gently suggest the extras, not in a pushy way, but as part of the experience, right? For example, you can ask your staff to ask the visitors, would you like to try a homemade mango ice cream while you walk around the orchard? Would you like a fridge magnet to bring back home? So this kind of allow the visitors to bring back a memory to their home. So here is a summary so far. You need to price with confidence, because if your farm offers real value, you can price it. And know your true cost before setting price. Understand your visitors and what they value. Use value-based pricing to reflect the experience you deliver. Of course, offer tiered packages to serve all budgets, because not every visitor is the same. Different people have different budgets. And when people are in your farm, always add small upsells that will increase your income per visitor. Don't just stop at the ticket. You must learn to upsell when people come to your farm, because they're already in good mood. They are tourists. They don't mind spending another $10 or $20 per person. It's okay. Think of ways where you can upsell. Now, here's a tip. You should always test and adjust your price. A lot of farmers, they don't understand this, that they tend to forget that your first price is not your final price. Pricing is a living thing, right? It changes as your experience improves, or your demand grows, or your reputation grows. You can see one farm and another farm charging different prices. Some are not so well known. Some offer real good experience and can charge double for that. My advice is to start with a pilot price. Run your activity for a few weeks and observe how visitors respond. Do they say, wow, it's worth it, or is it too expensive? Do you sell out quickly? No. If yes, your price is probably too low. You can adjust it higher. Are visitors happy to buy add-ons and upgrades? Now, one of the way I understand whether my product are good or not is after my visitors eat durian, they want to take some home. Right? So if they want to take some home, then I know the product is good, the durian is good, and the pricing is reasonable. Right? If your pricing is too high, maybe people don't want to take your products back home. right? Now, for example, you can start a farm tour and lunch at 45 per person. And if you sense that every weekend is fully booked, that's great. But it also means you might be undervaluing your experience. Maybe you could try to increase it to 50 or 55 next month. If booking stays steady, congratulations, you just made more profit without work. Now, always review your prices every 3 to 6 months because costs change, seasons change, and as your farm reputation grow, you can have the ability to charge a bit higher. So remember this, if you never raise your price, you never raise your profit. Now, one of the things you can do is to use psychology in pricing, because pricing isn't only about numbers, it's about how people feel when they see those numbers. And smart pricing techniques can make your offers feel more attractive and easier to say yes to. Here are a few simple but powerful tactics. Charm pricing, it's prices ending with 0.9 or 0.95 feel cheaper than whole numbers. 29.9 feels lighter than 30, even though the difference is only 10 cents. You could do an anchor pricing, where you show your most expensive option first to make other prices look reasonable. You can set it premium price package at 95, standard package at 65, basic package at 30. So after people look at 95, people will choose the sweet spot, which is the middle option, 65. That's your sweet spot. You could do bundles and discounts. For example, you can use book 3 activities, farm tour, workshop, lunch for 75 and save 15. People love the feeling of getting a deal with it. Right? You could also offer online but early bird offers. Let's say you offer the option book online and save 5 per ticket. This is good because it helps you plan better and reward early visitors. So make your pricing clear, honest, and positive. Use phrases like great value, include free souvenir, or perfect for families. So it shifts the focus from cost to experience. Now, number 9, tip on pricing, highlight what's included. Now, you can write pricing, but one of the ways to make visitors feel that the experience and the cost, that the price is worth it, is to show exactly what visitors get. People are more willing to pay when they see what's included, especially if you describe in emotionally sensory language. Now, if you go to my web page, my durian web page, so I wrote here, have fun eating durians with family and friends at a local Bentong durian farm. So this implies fun, good fruits, experience with family and friends. So it shifts the focus from the price to what they will get. Right? So people are more willing to pay when they see what's included, especially if you describe it in emotional sensory language. Okay, for example, your 45 farm experience includes a guided walking tour through our herb garden, a feeding session with baby goats, a homemade lunch under trees, and a bottle of a fresh farm drip. Sounds a lot, isn't it? And if you put it at an hour and an hour and a half, I would want to pay for the experience, right? So why do you want to do it? Because it helps your visitors to visualize what they are paying for. If you can put in pictures, it's even better, right? And if you can add testimonials that highlight satisfaction, it's even more convincing. For example, I have here, even in my first, just below the fold here, not too far from my headline, I have this Google reviews, 5-star. People will read it and they will want it. Right? So it's good. Right? Include all this in your website and brochures. So when you put all this and become transparent, you build trust. And when people trust you, they're happy to pay a fair price, and sometimes even higher prices. Okay? So number 10, price for value, not just for visitors. Right? this is a lesson I want every farmer to remember. You're not just charging for time, you're charging for experience, heart, and effort. Right? Make every visitor come have a deep emotional experience with your farm. You've worked hard to grow your farm, create a clean and safe environment, care for your animals, and craft experiences that bring people closer to nature. That's very, very valuable. Don't underprice your hard work out of fear that people won't pay. If you tell your story with passion, make people feel connected, they'll be willing to pay. So go back to your pricing sheet. Ask yourself, does this price cover all my costs? Does it reflect the true value of the experience? Am I earning enough to reinvest and grow? If the answer is no, it's time to adjust. You need to price yourself higher to make a good living doing what you love. And here's a final message. You can't build a strong agritourism business on weak pricing. Price with confidence, deliver with heart, and your visitors will become your biggest fan. So, if you go to my website, Agritourism Success, and scroll down, you will get this free ebook here, How I Turned My Farm into a Global Agritourism Destination. Right. Download it and you'll be able to learn a lot from it. My experience of how I brought people from all over the world. So if you find this video helpful, do subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and I'll see you in the next one.